Leonidas drops the stun and drops the full ult. Oh my goodness, look at the health bars. It's a quad kill.
Should find the kill. Lunara will clean up that fight. Oh my god, I can't believe it. It is going to be Soul Shield. You gotta be kidding me.
Raw to take the 3v1, gets one, looking for the second. Crispy is popping off.
Looks like that Blizzard may connect with 4 people.
Lady Ronin! Oh my goodness, what a chat!
That was really good.
Hello and welcome back to the Nexus Gaming Series. I am the Caffeinated, and tonight I am bringing you another Heroic Division matchup. This time we've got Caffeinated Knights versus Imagine in a pretty high-seeded matchup here. I think this is 2 versus 4 here. 2 versus 3. Only 30k Violets currently ahead of these teams in points. They're both sitting on 18 as of this match, so this is an important one for seeding purposes, coming towards the end of the season here. Looks like our players are all present, so make sure I've got them all matched up here. We got JTR, we got Fatal Rampage, Breakwood is here, Richard Gere and Virtuoso. Excellent, excellent. All right, well, we've got a second. As a reminder, we do have a community channel point challenge going on. If you would like to see a full one-day playthrough of Hellblade: Senua's Sacrifice, you can donate your bananas to the cause. Just click on the channel point button below and you'll be able to throw in, I believe, 2,000 points a day towards our 50,000 point goal here. Teams are getting ready, so let's head on over to Map Select and see what the state of this series is. Give them the caster ready so they're all set whenever they are good. Caffeinated Knights choosing the map pick have banned away Tomb of the Spider Queen and Braxis Holdout, Imagine removing Alterac Pass and Cursed Hollow. We're going to be starting things off on Infernal Shrines here for game number 1. Once we get one more team saying they're ready, we'll be able to get started. Hope you're all having an excellent evening out there. It's the end of the week. It's Friday. Isn't that fantastic? If you're a Monday to Friday kind of person like I am, this is an exciting night of the week. We're going to get a nice cast in there, and we're just going to chill. It's going to be a nice chill night. Hope you have a chill night as well. If you want to check out another cool match going on currently, I know it's a little gauche to be promoting other matches in the middle of your own match. There's a couple of good ones. If you want to pull up some other tabs currently, Jazzeline's running Girls Gank Squad. That's always a fantastic weekly event if you'd like to go support them. They're going to be playing a best of 5 currently, and there's also a best of 5 going over at twitch.tv/El Taquito. He's bringing you the Storm Division playoffs right now. Can't Censorship taking on $1 Million JPEG. So those are ones that you don't want to miss. Bring up your multi-tabs, bring up your multi-twitches, and catch them all. But stay here primarily, because I'm the coolest. I'm definitely the coolest. Can't have too much cat before game number 1. We get to space out the catitude. But anyway, we're here on game number 1, Infernal Shrines. It will be Imagine with the first pick opportunity here, and we will see the Blaze banned away. Blaze untouched in the last patch. A lot of people were calling for it, but still doing very well. Caffeinated Knights removes the Sylvanas here. On here, I'm wondering if it's going to hit the board at all is Lucio. There's been a lot of Lucio bans since the patch, at least in the stuff that I've seen. So I wonder if there's going to be any priority onto that today, but it's still just going to be the Junkrat Hogger. Pretty normal stuff banned away here on Infernal Shrines. And Virtuoso, happy to be able to finally pick a Johanna, is going to snap that up here for Imagine. Osmanthus is going to respond with the Anubarak tank for tank here. Caffeinated Knights, one more pick getting ready to go. See what else they want to take in this early spot. Love Dart going for the Anduin, an early Anduin on the side of Caffeinated Knights. Possibly not wanting to deal with a Falling Sword Light Bomb combo, and also Anduin's just kind of good right now. But we don't usually see Anduin chosen before any other healer, as currently none of them have hit the ban board. So Imagine, with the next 2 picks here, we'll see what they want to pair with this Johanna. It will be that Lucio coming on in for Richard Gere, and Breakwood will go for the Tychus. One thing that you probably won't see that you might have seen last patch I very much doubt we're going to see a Johanna off lane here. The reduction in damage really, I think, pushes Johanna firmly into that main tank spot. You can still do a little bit of double soaking, but I think if you end up going double tank Johanna, your overall damage output has taken a serious hit with the Shield Glare talent at 1 getting nerfed into the ground there on damage. Caffeinated Knights are a little bit worried about it, though. They're going to ban away Garrosh, thinking it might actually be a Johanna offlane. Imagine, they're looking at the Anubarak and the Anduin. They're going to ban out the Leoric. Leoric can definitely cause some problems for Johanna just in general. Johanna doesn't really threaten Leoric, and Leoric can drain away that health very easily. Caffeinated Knights, they've got their tank and healer set up. We're going to see an offlane come on through from Arc. The Dahaka is the choice here. See what their first damage selection will be. Gray color, locking in the Hanzo. So going with a little bit of extra range. Try to get some poke damage on the low range heroes on the side of Imagine so far. So we'll see if Imagine is indeed going with the double tank or if they're just doing a little bit of a bait here. I believe JTR is the normal tank on the side of Imagine. Got a couple seconds to get their picks together. They are going to go with the double tank. Johanna off lane. Fatal Rampage going for the Diablo. JTR is on Falstad. I did have that wrong. I had it wrong. I had the 50% and I flubbed it. I flubbed it, I did. So still going for the double tank is Imagine. But between Tychus and Falstad, they should have enough damage locked down to get through the side of Caffeinated Knights if they choose. We'll see what Felipe's last pick is here for Caffeinated Knights. They're going for the Vala. Hanzo Vala picked together on the side of Caffeinated Knights. That's a lot of auto attack output damage. Gonna make Diablo's life a little bit difficult unless they can get a quick kill. All right. Just checking a look, seeing if anyone is switching. Looks like Fatal Rampage moved to the Johanna. Virtuoso moved to the Diablo. Maybe I was double super extra wrong. Maybe I was double super extra wrong on who the tank is on Imagine. But the bet is up now. If you would like to put your bananas in, possibly win a couple extra, who will win game number 1? Will it be Caffeinated Knights in the blue? Will it be Imagine in the red? We've got the Diablo Johanna on the right. Got a Vala Hanzo. It's a lot of output. It's a lot of output on the side of Caffeinated Knights. We'll have to see who comes out ahead here in this matchup. You got a couple of minutes here if you want to get your bets in. It looks like we're all set. We're going to load in for game number 1. We're here. We're doing it. It's game number 1. On the left in the blue, we have Caffeinated Knights. Osmanthus is on Anubarak. Arc is playing the Anduin. Felipe on the Vala. Gray color on Hanzo. Oh, Love Dart is on the Anduin. Arc is on Dahaka. Arc is on Dahaka. On the right in the red, we have Imagine. Virtuoso on Diablo. Breakwood is playing Tychus. Fatal Rampage on the Johanna. JTR is playing Falstad. And Richard Gere is on the Lucio. Here we go. It's game number 1 underway. Checking our level 1 talents. We see Scatter Quest for the Hanzo. Auto Attack Quest for the Vala. It's immediately 4 stacks on the Scatter Arrow for Hanzo. A really good start. And also 5 stacks on the Hammerang here for JTR. Picking that up at level 1 for the side of Imagine. Arc is looking for a drag, but is only going to connect onto a minion there. And the speed clear shall commence. Dahaka trying to dig in there, get a couple of hits. Still a bit of a wave left, and it will be taken down there. Looks like Caffeinated Knights a little bit ahead on this rotation. Osmanthus is going to hold down the fort. Love Dart and Felipe coming on over as well, just to push Virtuoso back. Give Caffeinated Knights a little bit of a lead there. Falstad is going to remain in the mid, though, here for the side of Imagine to make sure that there's not anything too crazy going on. There's the root, and there's the stun. That is Diablo going down. No high five ready just yet. First blood goes over to Caffeinated Knights. With that, right at the 1 minute mark, we're going to see the bottom camp being taken. Caffeinated Knights with that kill means they get the prize, and that prize is our neutral camp here. Might have seen invade as well. This is a little bit greedy here. But we'll see if they can pull it off. They're going to jump onto this camp here. Virtuoso is back. Breakwood looking to flank. Love Dart moving on to the top side as Wasmanthus trying to peel there, but Felipe is caught on the wall. Nice pull from Anduin. Bring him back to safety. Felipe's got to watch out for those autos from JTR, but it looks like Imagine has successfully defended their camp. Felipe nearly going down there, but Love Dart had the saves. It's a very nice pin there from Virtuoso. But now Imagine is just going to retreat back to their, or sorry, Caffeinated Knights, I should say, is retreating back to their own Khazra camp as the mid lane pushes in. Dahaka is coming on down here to try to help out the clear. Oh, starting to double back. It looks like the team coming on through allows Dahaka to stay in that top lane. Falstad holding down the front in the bottom lane as... or Tychus holding down the front of the bottom lane as Falstad and Lucio are going to start to clear this right side camp. Over on the left, Anduin and Hanzo getting this prepared as our mid-shrine getting ready to activate. It's going to be an Arcane Punisher for our first objective of the day. Tychus and Vala going to be soaking the off lane here for just a moment as the mid is cleared up. Diablo being able to reposition those siege minions, very, very helpful in terms of a quick clear. Two offlaners on the top side, trying to soak out level 6 here and stop those shaman camp pushes. Both teams pretty well on time, getting here to the objective. We'll see who has the zone control to start things off. So far it's looking like Imagine able to control that space. Virtuoso taking a good angle there, threatening to stun anyone who crosses that line. Now with a significant lead, Virtuoso goes in for the stun. Felipe is able to vault on back with some good peels from Osmanthus. 30-10 though here. Oh, Dahaka in the back is going to find a quick drag. Virtuoso in trouble here, trying to move on out. The scatter is going to be good, but it is tank for tank here. Felipe moves away. No mana to be seen. Gray color very low on mana as well. And it looks like Imagine, with enough of a minion lead here and a resource lead, are going to pick up our first objective of the game despite being slightly behind on the path to level 7. The Arcane Punisher going to be marching it down the mid here. Diablo now back on the battlefield. Falstad matching Dahaka there in the top lane as Johanna splits off. Not going to go for an extra large push. Just going to be Richard Gere and Breakwood here, busting down as much of this wall as they possibly can. Nubrak going for an engage there, but Diablo able to walk away. Overall, objective getting not a whole lot done, but an early Arcane Punisher, you don't generally see an awful lot get done. Could be a contest over the bottom camp. Osmanthus just checking it out. Virtuoso waiting for a rotation here on the left, but starts to double back. Gray color, nice scout there. This Caffeinated Knight's going to start on the bottom side. Virtuoso is going to see Felipe there, and there's the scout onto the mid-bush. Right now, Falstad and Johanna are making life a little bit difficult for Dahaka here. They're going to have to see Caffeinated Knights. They want this value on the bottom camp since they're not getting it off the mid-wave. So they will pick up that little extra bit of experience, but some orbs are going to decay here in the mid. Looks like just the three of them. Just 3 of them decayed. Not too bad. Right side camp is picked up by by Imagine. Caffeinated Knights grabbing their left side camp. Virtuoso gonna find the quick pin there onto Osmanthus, but enough shielding for Anubrak to get away. Breakwood trading out with Felipe there. Good heals though coming in from Love Dart. Make sure that Vala feeling safe. Virtuoso wants a pin on this rotation once again. Hanzo is not going to get the scout. Virtuoso wants it. Love Dart coming across. Doubles back there. I thought we'd see Diablo go for the pin, but with level 10s briefly online there, decides not to. Now both teams have their level 10s. Caffeinated Knights, they've got the Dragon Arrow, Locust Swarm, Rain of Vengeance, Light Bomb. Dahaka is still considering what it's going to be. Imagine, they've got the Mighty Gust, Falling Sword, Commandeer Odin, High Five, and Lightning Breath. Arc doing a good job of dodging the Shadow Charge, but that's the entirety of the team here. Arc pops the Essence and actually starts to move away here. The Lightning Breath will not secure the kill. Now Osmanthus turns it around with a Light Bomb. JTR going to try to disengage with that Gust. Arc will not connect the drag. A lot of ults flying, especially on the side of Caffeinated Knights, but they will not pick up the kill. Osmanthus waiting once again, but the topside Shaman camp looks like it's going to be the focus here for Imagine. That's going to allow the side of Caffeinated Knights to prep this bottom lane a little bit. They've got the Beetles, they've got the Wave, and they're going to take down this wall here. Oh, Osmanthus going in there, but a little bit too early for Falstad. Good attempt as the wall was already basically down. Now, of course, they won't be able to get the well down, but getting that wall down makes sure that they can help dive and control that space to the right of the objective. Ooh, nice impale there by Osmanthus, cutting off the Shadow Charge of Virtuoso. But with Johanna on the way down, looks like we might have a full 5v5. Arc in the back. Wants to mix it up and starts to move away. Fatal Rampage catching one. There's Osmanthus going to get the quick stun, but Falling Sword from Fatal Rampage is going to prevent any further follow-up. And now Imagine starting to move onto the point. Very even in the minion count. It looks like Caffeinated Knights are going to do a full tap and re-engage. Dahaka catching a little bit of soak in the mid is going to try to come on down and join. There is the engage onto Osmanthus. Gets saved there by Love Dart. There's a silence on the edge onto Diablo, hit by the isolation. JTR going to reset the fight with another Gust, though. Fatal Rampage wants to gather him up. The minions are absolutely being taken care of on the side of Imagine once again. JTR doing a great job of just resetting that fight. And the objective once again goes to the red team. New Rep going to eat the jump there. This time it is a Frozen Punisher, which means there's a lot less damage coming from those towers. Though between Vala and Hanzo, the clear on this objective is very, very effective for Caffeinated Knights. And once again, it's only a wall and a little bit of a fort that's going to be claimed by Imagine in this objective phase. Arc is cut off there, digs underground as Virtuoso was looking for a Shadow Charge, but caught there by Osmanthus. There's the root as well. Diablo's still at full health, though. Fatal Rampage goes to Peel and then moves right on back. You see Dahaka has finished up that Essence quest, grabbed the Tissue Regeneration at level 1. So we'll be a little bit extra healthy in these fights. Both teams working on their Khazra camp. Hanzo just watching the bottom side. Make sure Imagine wasn't doing anything too greedy. Might have ourselves a fight over this camp. Caffeinated Knights is moving in. Osmanthus is seen moving down to the camp. Diablo is coming on in. Virtuoso might have an opportunity to move in. Double stun comes on out. Triple stun from the Rain of Vengeance, and Virtuoso is into the back line. Camp is going to be stepped on by Diablo, and there is the Lightning Breath onto the back. Big Gust from JTR pushes everybody onto the point. Hanzo and Vala and Anduin go down. Diablo is going to get the souls reset. Anduin is the next to fall here as Arc tries to remain on the point. Osmanthus being chased off and will be taken down. Caffeinated Knights do manage to get the camp here, but Dahaka is going to be scooped up and removed. It's an ace for the price of Diablo's souls on the side of Imagine. We've got a camp pushing the mid as well. Love Tart said easy camp cap. Absolutely. See the camp? There it is. There's the product of their labor. Mid camp is starting to get through this minion wave. Gray color stepping on up to try to clear, but JTR is here. This looks like off of that ace could be a double fort play. That fort going down, of course, the well will go down. Maybe, actually. The defense is here. Poor Caffeinated Knights, they're going to save this for now. If they can hold on to that fort until the next objective phase, that will be very, very helpful. Fatal Rampage looking to step up. It looks like it will not be the case here. Breakwood trying to get in range. Yeah, the minion wave will do it. Mid fort does go down. Shaman camp was the focus here for the side of Caffeinated Knights. Uh-oh, Dahaka could be in a spot of trouble, but enough of a space created so the rest of the team of Imagine could not come down for the gank. Caffeinated Knights just double checking to make sure that there's no gank here on the bottom side moving together. They might be giving up this objective here. They're looking for Falstad, but JTR is just heading back. An objective is going to be started here by Imagine. Falstad doing a good job of getting out of vision and getting back to base. But now Caffeinated Knights, just one more minion should do it. There's their 16s. They're a little bit behind. They're going to have to charge their way onto the point if they want a chance at this objective. Dahaka digging into the back. Here's Arc looking for an engage. Going to be repositioned there by Diablo. Unstoppable comes on out. There is the roast, and Dahaka is going to have to use the tunneling claws to get underground, pop the essence to move on back to full health. There is the Odin from Tychus popped as well, trying to get those last hits onto the point. Osmanthus moving on up there, but can't find an engage. Has the Locust Swarm going to stay healthy? There's a nice drag onto that front line. Big Gust, is it going to be enough for the save? Yes, Johanna gets out of trouble, but it looks like Caffeinated Knights are starting to get some of these minion last hits. There's a nice flash from Johanna, getting a couple of them. Breakwood low, and Breakwood is going to go down here. Double stun comes on out from Osmanthus. There's Love Dart with the save, and this Mortar Punisher is going to go over to Caffeinated Knights as well as the one kill. Mortar Punisher jumped over the wall there by Diablo. Quick cleanse to make sure Diablo wasn't in any trouble, but Caffeinated Knights looking to pick up their first fort if they can. Mortar Punisher getting some work done, is about to get that jump out next. There it is, stun onto 2. Onubrak going to follow it up onto Fatal Rampage here, but Virtuoso on the top side going for the punish. Love Dart had the pull to get Onubrak on out of there. Not even sure this fort goes down. No, it's saved. But there's a minion wave here. Oh no, they don't clear it. And now the minion wave is going to pick up this structure. Unfortunate. They're looking for Dahaka on the top side, but the tunneling claws allows Arc to escape. Left side camp going to be grabbed there by Caffeinated Knights. Looks like we got a late Shaman capture here for Imagine. Once again, both teams just very, very even. There's a few extra structures down on the side of Imagine. But pretty even in kills, pretty even in experience. It's going to come down to any missteps. Bottom camp once again going to be worked on here by Caffeinated Knights. I don't think Imagine gets here in time this time. Dahaka on the top side dealing with the Shaman camp. Right side camp now going to be started up by Imagine. With Dahaka on the top side, I don't imagine Caffeinated Knights wants to invade this. But Arc's got a full minion wave that's going to be moving onto this top fort. Dips on back for safety. The rest of the team is going to come on up here. JTR showing in lane. Osmanthus going around the back here. They want to find this Falstad, but Virtuoso is going to spot them on the low side. This could be trouble here. Caffeinated Knights sees that they're seen and is going to try to move on back. Anduin is going to find the pull onto Felipe. And a good read to not overcommit by Caffeinated Knights. They will escape. Virtuoso seen on the edge. Double stun. There's the light bomb coming out as well. Rain of Vengeance going to hit the stun as well, but a great falling sword from Fatal Rampage denies the Hanzo ult. And Imagine is able to move on back. Quick dismount there from the scatter arrow. Top lane is our next objective, as these teams are getting ever closer to level 20. Left side Shaman. Just going to be passed on by on the way to the top lane. See Imagine, they're looking for the off lane here. Dahaka staying out of sight though. Arc is going to start to show on the wave. Virtuoso wants a pin here. Dahaka does not get underground immediately, but there's the tunneling claws. We'll have the knockback as well. Lightning Breath is committed. Arc, with nowhere to go, is going to fall there. Very nice follow-up from the side of Imagine. And a very timely kill gets them an early level 20 and priority onto this objective. It was a tough spot for Arc, only had the one tool. Used it, but it was read well by Imagine. Now 40 seconds without Dahaka, as our shrine in the top lane is activating. Level 20 is about to be here for Caffeinated Knights, but not just yet. I imagine they'll have it by the time Dahaka is available. Actually, it's going to be available right there. But it looks like this objective going to be going over to Imagine quite handily here. It is pushing the only remaining lane with a fort. That will almost certainly be going down. But it will deal a little bit of damage to the Punisher before it reaches the keep wall. Looks like possibly waiting on the low side here is Caffeinated Knights, gray color. Just trying to step up and clear that wave. Here it comes. Arcane Punisher is online. We're 20 versus 20. Dahaka's back on the battlefield. Gonna try to get some split value and join the fight a little bit later. But the fort will fall, and the march will start onto the keep. Osmanthus waiting for the jump. There it is. Fortunately, 2 are hit, but Breakwood with the Odin is going to try to aid in this push and get as much done as possible. Dahaka is starting to walk on in and try to find this defense. Punisher is very low here. Caffeinated Knights are going to want an engage off of this. Osmanthus moves forward. Nice job with the Unstoppable by Lucio, just keeping everyone alive. Virtuoso is stunned on the low side, though. Fatal Rampage with the Heaven's Fury. Gonna try to secure the retreat, but so many stuns come out. Again, JTR with a great gust to allow the disengage of Imagine. And that's, again, a lot of ults down. Felipe moves forward, gonna find a dismount onto Virtuoso. Hellgate is popped, and Dahaka is taken down. Can they trade, though? That is gonna be another soul reset onto Diablo. The level 20 damage of Felipe on the chase. Gets at least an extra kill there, but Diablo on 25 souls now is on the way back. Fatal Rampage gonna go on a 40-second cooldown on that ability here. Use the natural agility to move away from Johanna. Virtuoso is back, looking for an engage if possible. Top wall fully down now as Falstad tries to clear this up. Dahaka's still down for 20 seconds. So Imagine trying to step in there and get this clear. There is a big stun train onto JTR, though. Rain of Vengeance is going to hit. Virtuoso in the front, taking a ton of damage as well. There is the gust. The Lightning Breath will not be enough to save Diablo, and that is a full death. Dahaka about to be back. Caffeinated Knights have all of their keeps remaining up. See what they can do on the map with this player advantage. Dahaka, once again, has the global ability to split scope the rest of the team. He's just going to go for the camp invade here. It looks like Imagine just going to move on down to the bottom side and see what they can pick up in return. Excuse me. Right side Shaman stolen away by Caffeinated Knights. As top fort goes down. Fatal Rampage, Richard Gere thinking about moving on back. Shaman Camp will pressure the top wall here. We'll just keep on summoning the dogs till it's down. Caffeinated Knights gonna start to move back here, grab their own camp. By the way, earlier, Way 2035 805. Thank you very much for the follow. Hope you're enjoying the show. Alerts are, of course, silent during the game here, so I've got to look over and see it. Osmanthus taking a little bit of time to clear this, but it looks like Imagine not interested in a camp invade here. Might be interested in a Shaman camp invade. Fatal Rampage is going to come over and check this out. Love Dart and Felipe see the engage coming. Nubrak moves onto the point. One stun is going to land, the second will not, and the camp does go over to the side of Caffeinated Knights. Freya wants me to drink some water. Right after this team fight, we'll have some water. That's a good idea. Right after this engagement, we'll have a little bit of water. Odin going to be popped already here by Breakwood. Has that big red button, the extended duration on the Odin to try to last this whole objective, but we're even on minions so far. Ark on the outside is looking for an engage if possible. Pushed back by Richard Gere. There is the silence going to land onto 2. Drag will not connect as the Unstoppable of Johanna was in. JTR going to push him into the corner here. Osmanthus in trouble, but the Dragon Arrow for the peel. Light Bomb comes out onto Osmanthus, but will be denied by Diablo, but Diablo's still going to go down. Lucio falls as well, and Caffeinated Knights with a very timely double kill here, and possibly more. That's going to be Tychus, and might we see a march for core here? Only 2 members remaining. Looks like Dahaka's going to double back. They're not going to go for the instant core call. Here comes the water. That's some good water. Looks like Caffeinated Knights taking a slightly more conservative route here. They're going to go for the push in the mid and try to supplement it with a Punisher. Imagine still 30 seconds on Tychus, 17 on Lucio and Diablo. But mid keep is already going down. Osmanthus was looking for Falstad there. Gonna try to step up. Bullseye does not connect onto JTR. Falling Sword, Mighty Gust are ready to go. Punisher moving up is going to be baited in and pulled away by Johanna. Tychus about to come on up here, and we're gonna have a full 5v5 defense. Core shielding is down here. We'll see if they have enough race to do it. There's the Mighty Gust trying to keep Grey Color off the core. Osmanthus on the low side. It looks like this Punisher might just be too healthy. Moving into the core there, and that is going to be game number 1. Caffeinated Knights swings in and picks up our first map. Solid push there in the end. Tough to stop that big ranged auto attack of the Vala onto the core there. Looked like they might have been able to force their way earlier, but they take a slightly less risky route and get the win regardless. Let's head on over to the map select. And of course, by map select, I mean post-match summary. Grey Color on the Hanzo, leading the way on the hero damage, getting ahead of Felipe in the end there for Caffeinated Knights. Breakwood on the Tychus, 58,500 hero damage for the side of Imagine. Very, very close game number 1. That was exciting. We'll take a look at the talent screen here as we close out our bet. Update the scoreboard, and we'll get ourselves ready for a game number 2. Hoggly wogglies. Delicious, high-quality H2O. The most delicious. All right. Don't have a lobby just yet. So I think we're going to go to a short break unless I see a lobby pop up. But in the meantime, don't forget, ! Challenge in the chat. We've got a community channel point challenge going on right now. If you want to commit to the cause, if we get to 50,000, I'll be doing a start to finish Hellblade Senua's Sacrifice run. So if that's something you want to see, you've got a few extra bananas lying around, feel free to donate to the challenge. We're going to go to a short break. When we come back, it's going to be more Heroic Division action. Caffeinated Knights versus Imagine. Don't go far. Alrighty, welcome back. We are setting up here for game number 2 of Caffeinated Knights versus Imagine. Teams are in the lobby. It's what you love to see. Let's update the map selection here. Who chose? Fantastic. We're almost ready for game number 2. Let them know that I'm all set. Let's go to map select. And we can see that we are going to be going to Dragonshire here for map number 2. Imagine opting for the first pick. So Caffeinated Knights have the choice here. Dragonshire, my favorite game 1 map, but I'll take it in game number 2. I'll take it in game number 2. That's pretty good. Just waiting for the teams to be all set to go, and we will get started. But we've got a bathroom break called in the chat. Unbelievable. Let's get into the draft. We are starting up here Dragonshire for game number 2. Once again, it is going to be Imagine with the first pick option. We'll see if there's any changes in priority. We saw the global match for the global. We saw an early Lucio. Johanna still taking his first pick. But a lot of things can change. A lot of opportunities can arise here on Dragonshire. See if anyone's got some different draft ideas in mind. Caffeinated Knights. See if they're going to stick to the same band pattern. There goes the Blaze. There goes the Sylvanas. Imagine it'll be the Junkrat again. Junkrat's still pretty dang good on Dragonshire. But they ponder. They ponder. What's it going to be? What are they worried about? I might be a little bit worried about a Dahaka on the side of Imagine. I wouldn't fault them for taking that first pick. It is going to be that Junkrat ban, though. Caffeinated Knights, considering their second early ban. What was it last time? What was it last time? I can't remember. It was not Lunara, I'll tell you that much. But Lunara is banned away here by Caffeinated Knights. That Wisp in the center area is so crucial to vision here on Dragonshire. It's a big deal. Virtuoso is going to snap up that Johanna again for the side of Imagine. Caffeinated Knights just going to run it back. Loved Art goes for the Anduin. Osmanthus goes for the Anubarak. Now the question is, do we see Lucio Tychus? We might see Lucio. I have a doubt that we're going to see Tychus, but we might still. Tychus is just a kind of a generally good hero. I just don't think it's as big a priority here. Richard Gere going to switch things up, going for the Rhaegar this time, and Fatal Rampage does go ahead and pick away that Dahaka. How you doing, Enza Benor? Welcome. Hope you're having a good time. Dagnabbit, Crushing Niter, jump! Caffeinated Knight's going to remove that Falstad, not wanting a double global on the side of Imagine. No priority onto Brightwing this game is a little bit surprising. We usually see Brightwing in every game all the time. But no bans and no picks so far between these two teams. Imagine, once again, looking at Anduin and Anubarak. This time they're going to ban out the Vala. It's a lot of damage banned away at the top there. That's 5 damage dealers that have hit the ban board. Yonners wants 10 squats. 20 squats. Okay. Ark is going to respond with the Hogger here to go up against the Dahaka. And Felipe wants the Greymane. We'll see if we can get those squats in between the draft and the game starting. Imagine considering their last 2 picks here. See what they're going to grab. JTR and Breakwood on the final selections. Need some damage. What's it going to be? JTR is going to go ahead and grab that Tychus, and it's going to be Breakwood here on the Cassia. It's a little bit of a switch there in terms of who's playing the Tychus, but Tychus does come on through nonetheless. Gray color could just go for the Hanzo again. 100 squats. I can't do 100 squats. I cap it at 50 per stream. 50 per stream on the squats. That's all you get. Gray color's actually going to go for a Zagara this time. Very interesting. We've seen some teams play a Zagara here on Dragonshire, but not an awful lot. So this is going to be a fun one. Let's get these squats in. Bonkai coming in with the big raid. Welcome to game number 2. On the left in the blue, we have Caffeinated Knights. Love Dart is on Anduin. Gray color on the Zagara. Ooh. Felipe's on the Greymane. Ark is on Hogger. Osmanthus on Anubarak. On the right in the red, we have Imagine. JTR is on the Tychus. Breakwood on Cassia. Fatal Rampage is on the Dahaka. Richard Gere on the Rhaegar. And Virtuoso on the Johanna. Welcome everyone, the Raiders of Bonkai, to game number 2 in this Heroic Division matchup. The mid-wave clear is starting on up here. Cassia going with the Thunderstroke quest on level 1. And Dahaka on a different team this time, but still choosing to go for the health. Hogger is eliminated there. Imagine picking up first blood and still looking for more here. But will not get it. Richard Gere cleared away some of that creep, and now Grey Color is forced to back away. Bottom lane going to be cleared up. The rotation's coming on through. Osmanthus just going to stall that out for a second. Going to force a long rotation there from Breakwood and Richard Gere.
You think yourself worthy to wield the Dragon Knight's power?
Felipe going to come on up to the top side, let Arc move on back to that bruiser camp, as Hogger is often known to do. See if Arc can set up that bounce. And there it is. Right side camp on the siege side is picked up there by Imagine. You see Caffeinated Knights trying to do both camps at once. Looks like Hogger's spin good enough. A good enough spin to grab that camp solo. Left side siege camp going to be coming out a little bit late here. JTR is able to step onto the point here for Imagine. Osmanthus might be looking for a camp invade. More are coming on down. Osmanthus gets onto the point. There's the knockback. Greymane is going to jump in onto Richard Gere. There's the spin. Can anyone get on? No, the camp is stolen away there. But now can they get out? There's the loot horde blocking the exit here. Arc trying to move on through is going to get saved. Osmanthus with a triple stun waiting on the burrow charge cooldown will get it. Look at that. Painting the map almost entirely blue are Caffeinated Knights. Top lane is claimed there by Caffeinated Knights. Felipe and Arc trying to push onto the point here. Virtuoso and Breakwood coming on up for the wave clear. Tychus in trouble on the bottom side is actually going to go down there. Love Dart supporting Grey Color in that kill in the bottom lane, and Caffeinated Knights are off to a tremendous start here on Dragonshire. Fatal Rampage wants one in the back. Hogger going to go for a long bounce there. Will get out of trouble. Felipe may not be so lucky, though. Tries to turn it around, but will go down. Imagine picking up another kill here. For the crew coming on in from Bonkai's side, welcome once again. And if you're just joining us, as a reminder, we do have a community channel point challenge going on. Exclamation point challenge in the chat. I'll tell you all about it. If you've got some extra bananas lying around and want to contribute to the cause, it's a good time to do it. Imagine controlling both sides here. Hogger and Dahaka continuing to battle it out on the top side. Bottom point is taken over by Zagara. JTR looking to trade out once again here. But the summons too strong. JTR is forced to move back. Felipe on the top side with Arc. Looking to turn both points over to the side of Caffeinated Knights. Osmanthus wants a quick channel, but Breakwood is going to have an interrupt here. That is going to be enough time for Richard Gere and JTR to grab the bottom point back. Breakwood took a little bit of damage there, but getting out of trouble. Checking on our Hogger to Haka matchup once again. Arc and Fatal Rampage just continue to dance around. But here comes the rest of them. Felipe wants to move in. Osmanthus will not get the burrow charge, as Dahaka was able to jump on in. Uh-oh, we got a big rotation here. We could have ourselves a full fight. Hogger spins away from the Condemn, but there's the great drag onto Greymane on the top side. Love Dart with a fantastic leap of faith is going to get Greymane back to safety. The team fight carnage is averted, at least for now. Moving on to the top side, JTR in a little bit of trouble, but Fatal Rampage has the peel. Osmanthus wants to get onto the backside here, and Tychus is run down. Another kill here for Caffeinated Knights. Breakwood in Grey Color looking for the honorable 1v1, but Felipe denies it. A kill onto Cassia from Caffeinated Knights. It's a cross-the-map double kill. Oh no, but Grey Color moves too far onto the top side. Zagar is going to go down. Felipe is being forced to move away as well, but not before the Dragon Knight is claimed by Osmanthus. Dragon Knight is actually going to come on up here to the top side and try to get some chip damage in. Tychus going to remain pretty close by as the Dragon Knight finishes up this wall and starts to move away. I guess it's still pretty early in the game. Usually when you get like a 3-minute, 4-minute Dragon Knight, you just run it up to the top lane because it has so little health that you're just trying to help out your offlaner a little bit while you siege elsewhere. I'd say the Dragon Knight's a little bit stronger here. It was taking, you know, a little past 5 minutes. But helping out Hogger, nonetheless, does pay dividends down the road. Osmanthus able to peel away there as level 10s come on through for Caffeinated Knights. We've got the Shockwave, Light Bomb, Cocoon, Devouring Maw, and Cursed Bullet. Level 10s on the side of Imagine are here as well. Commandeer Odin, Ball Lightning, Isolation, Ancestral Healing, and Falling Sword are available to Imagine. There's a drag, but Osmanthus, oh, I'm not sure if the drag connected there. The Impale came out and interrupted it. Camp Sahoy here, once again, Caffeinated Knights grabbing the Bruiser and the Siege at the same time. Cursed Bullet looking for Virtuoso, but does not connect. Right side is being taken there. Double stun comes out onto Johanna, but the Iron Skin denies the Chastise route. Not going to be a camp invade this time from Caffeinated Knights. Imagine picking up their right side Bruiser to help out Dahaka there. But that allows Felipe to move on to the bottom side and start clearing away this Bruiser camp. We'll see if Imagine sniffs this out. But they've still got to deal with the Siege camp here in the bottom lane. It looks like they're not going to be able to come on down and check this camp. So it will go over to Caffeinated Knights. All 5 are down here, though. They want to find this structure. Odin is popped here by Tychus to try to get the long-range clear, but the Cocoon is going to shut down Breakwood, or JTR here. Going right over the top is Osmanthus. Double stun. There is the Light Bomb as well, catching one. Devouring Maw onto Cassia as Felipe finishes off the fort. Shockwave not going to connect there as the Ancestral and the Falling Sword get Cassia back to safety, and now it is Caffeinated Knights that are on the run. Felipe is pulled back in by the drag. Fatal Rampage. Great aim there is going to get the kill onto Greymane. What saves come on out from Imagine, as that was looking like Caffeinated Knights were going to wrap up at least 2 or 3 kills, but they end up getting none. Virtuoso heading on back. We see Imagine trying to deal with all this creep spread that Zagara has been handling. Caffeinated Knights still slightly ahead in experience here. They get their level 13s first. Arc claims the top side here for Caffeinated Knights. Fatal Rampage waiting in the area. Tychus waiting on the aggressive side here, looking at Arc. But Hogger just moves on up. Both teams continuing to duel here. Cassia and Zagara going back at it once again, but here come the summons. Cassia's forced to move away. Tanks remaining in the mid here. Just going to go ahead and slap each other a little bit. Is Arc waiting for another opportunity to jump onto the point. Virtuoso. Gotta watch out as the Greymane Curse Bullet came on up. There it is, gonna connect. The Iron Skin is gonna allow the re-engage. Tychus is put into the cocoon by Osmanthus, and here comes Fatal Rampage onto the backside. We're gonna see a drag land onto Anduin. Love Dart is stunned once again, and Anduin is gonna go down. The Ball Lightning is looking for some, but the Devouring Maw gobbles up 3 to allow the rest of Caffeinated Knights to disengage, but nonetheless, they do lose their healer. We'll see if they can still maintain control of this mid. Virtuoso is forced to stay in the mid to watch the quick dragon capture. Right side siege is going to be the play. Osmanthus is coming across here with gray colors. Sees it's the 2-on-2. But Greymane is focusing on this back camp, so there's not going to be any invade. Osmanthus wants the channel here. Virtuoso has one shield glare. There's the second. Oh, the second was too far away, and the Dragon Knight goes over to Caffeinated Knights. Once again, the Dragon being taken top here by Caffeinated Knights. Usually we only see it one time if it's picked up early, but this is now the second time we've seen Caffeinated Knights just take the Dragon straight top. We see some split pressure here onto mid, but the Dragon Knight is just fully focusing on this top fort. Looks like a noob will take this down no problem. And Dragonite with plenty of health to walk away here. The mid engage. Virtuoso and JTR trying to deny the value here as Arc getting the siege going. Felipe bumped on back here as the Dragon is coming in to help out, but without a Nubrak, an engage on the side of Caffeinated Knights is pretty difficult. 16s are here for the blue team. Dragon still 15 seconds left on it. Nice cleanse. Could put Osmanthus in a little bit of trouble. He's going to go for the re-engage, but Richard Gere out of range. Augur going for a quick bounce there. Takes a lot of damage on the way out, but good peels. There's Cocoon onto Tychus once again, and we've got a full fight. Arc turns it around. Will not get the shockwave as the Falling Sword was active. Augur goes down. Cassie and Johanna are put in the Devouring Maw as Fatal Rampage looking for another Dragon Gauge. There goes a new Barak. Virtuoso somehow staying alive. Gathers up Grey Color despite being rooted. Can Zagara escape? Dodges to the right and moves on back. Felipe gets away as well as Imagine somehow staying alive with so many low health bars. Caffeinated Knights still have all of their structures, but they are starting to fall behind in the kills here. They've got their left side bruiser. Bottom side bruiser is going to be worked on here by Imagine. Starting to scale into the late game, where we see Cassie has got 45 stacks on that Thunderstroke. Now, the entirety of Caffeinated Knights is back up, so they can set up for the defense here in the bottom lane. Get this bruiser camp cleared away. A new Brack is going to be scouted here, but nice Impale. Allows Osmanthus to escape. Virtuoso taking a little bit of damage there. Right side, Bruiser still being worked on. Osmanthus and crew, they're just going to try to step up to this bottom fort. Virtuoso trying to get in range here as the summons are summoned. The Nubrak is forced to burrow on out before the damage of JTR could mow him down. Right side siege is available. Shrines are now activating as Hogger has top lane pressure. Could be a quick dragon cap here. Osmanthus is waiting. Can Hogger keep Dahaka off the point? No, the knockback was too late. Now it's going to be a 1v1 here. Nubrak is going to have to come on up. Fatal Rampage steps off the point. Now Zagara is going to look for the channel in the mid. It's fast enough. Bottom point was being worked on there by Imagine, but slightly too late. And it's going to be a third dragon of the game here for Caffeinated Knights. Dragon is focusing the mid this time, just trying to wait for the rest of the team to even up this bottom lane. Come on up to help on out. Osmanthus waiting. Is going to be discovered there. Could be an engage on the low side, just pushing through the rest of the bottom lane here as Caffeinated Knights. Dragon pushing solo in the mid is going to claim this structure. Osmanthus wants an engage over the wall. The rest of the team is ready to go. Virtuoso is going to gather him up, though, to allow Breakwood and Richard Gere to reposition. Stun on the backside is good onto Fatal Rampage. But Dahak is still a very healthy lad. Not so worried about that engage. Still 24 seconds on the dragon, but just a sliver of health left as it moves on down to the bottom lane. Caffeinated Knights are really pushing these lanes in. Hogger's got the minions marching right across the bridge. This minion wave is halted for just a moment, but will start to push in as well. That is delivering all the experience to the safety of the right side for Imagine, so they shouldn't have too much trouble finding level 20s. And we could have ourselves a long one here on Dragonshire. Usually if both teams get to level 20 and nobody has lost a keep yet, the game pace can really, really slow down if the teams are a little bit careful. See the Haka waiting on that top side, waiting for a possible engage, but Imagine backs off. See the bush gank there is going to be discovered by Zagara. Dahaka starts to move on back. 20s are in for both sides. And now the dance of vision begins. The stalemate. As neither team has Tremendous amount of core pressure. We have periodic catapults available in every lane for the side of... Oh gosh, Caffeinated Knights goes in. Osmanthus is going to pop that rewind as Virtuoso gets the pop-up onto Arc. Light Bomb will not connect. Greymane goes down on the low side, though, as Tychus is taken out of the fight. No control on the Hogger as Lovedart tries to get the save, but the no control was still rolling. It's a double kill for Imagine. Grey Color, chased out on the low side, will fall as well. That's going to be a triple kill. That's gotta feel bad if you're Anduin. Trying to time out the leap of faith and the no control just pulls Hogger right back into the death. Shrines are active. They will be popping before the members of Caffeinated Knights are back on the battlefield. JTR with that big red button is going to step up and get some siege done here in the bottom lane. Tahaka starting to move to the top side here. They'd love to get a quick dragon if they can. Fatal Rampage moves on up to get the channel going. Virtuoso on the bottom side getting that as well. We'll see if Tychus is going to pick up the dragon here. They don't have a whole lot of time. I think JTR has to clear the lane, yeah. Fatal Rampage stepping up as well. And this is going to be the first dragon of the game for Imagine. We've got a Bruiser Camp pushing in the bottom lane as well. They're going to be hoping for a keep off of this, if they can get it. But now Caffeinated Knights are as 5 on the defense. We'll see what they can do into this late game objective. Caffeinated Knights trying to step up for the defense. Still very healthy, and we've got a Bruiser Camp coming in as well. That's going to prevent a lot of this poke damage coming out from the Hogger and the Zagara. Dragonite moves in, is going to get a little bit of a boot there onto Grey Color. Good defense so far. Looks like Imagine having a tough time moving in here, trying to get more minions on the way. Cursed Bullet connects once again. Here comes the Odin, though. The Odin will definitely allow a little bit of extra siege. The Cursed Bullets continue to rain on down here with the level 20 Augment Gilnean Roulette. They just keep on connecting. It's at a 6-second cooldown now. It's only... So what is the talent? 30% of current health, but you get to fire it every 6 seconds if you're Felipe. That's not one that we see an awful lot. But that ult is now a basic ability. But a great defense bottom lane here from Caffeinated Knights. They keep their keep above half health. Despite the Bruiser Camp, despite the objective and the Commandeer Odin. A really, really nice defense there from the blue team. Virtuoso coming on down, is going to see it, pushed away. And the camp is taken. A noob goes in there, but the Iron Skin shield is too much. Osmanthus has the rewind. Tahaka coming in the back here. Fatal Rampage is going to get right out of trouble. See on the top side, another Bruiser Camp is pushing here for Imagine. Left side, Siege Camp being started by Lovedart. Imagine might move across here. They're trying to get control of the triangle vision. Fatal Rampage and Virtuoso move up. Osmanthus is going to get the cocoon, though. Camp is going to be stepped onto by Johanna, and we're going to have a full-blown fight here. Virtuoso stunned. There is the Maw. Oh, no. Hogger gets the light bomb and spins away from the team. Nice shockwave, and there's the save from Lovedart. Now Osmanthus needs another save, but it's not enough. Anubarak goes down. Imagine get the kill. They clear the camp on the spot. Now Felipe, that's so funny that it just keeps going out. 6 seconds on Cursed Bullet is so cool. You'll love to see it. Top fort. Looks like it's going to be saved here. Only Anubarak down for 40 seconds. Bruiser Camp taken fast enough here by Caffeinated Knights that there's no invade possibility. The game goes on, passing the 20-minute mark here. Still no keeps down. That could change pretty soon, as it's looking like a possible quick cap here. Crew is not going to get to Fatal Rampage on time. They're not guarding the mid, which means we should see Breakwood complete the channel. Get another Dragon Knight here for Imagine. Virtuoso sees the rotation. There's another Cursed Bullet. Oh, Johanna taking a ton of damage there. Has to pop the Iron Skin to move away. Virtuoso going to require a little bit of healing here from Richard Gere. Dragon Knight very healthy, trying to get some chip damage in the mid, clearing away the minion wave. Not a whole lot left to be done. They're going to move on down to the bottom lane and see if they can finally knock down this ailing keep. There's the Odin popped by Tychus. JTR steps on up, getting some quick damage with those abilities. Cocoon goes out onto Tychus, though, to try to find some delay. Fatal Rampage quickly with the Dark Swarm is going to pop JTR out, though. Odin is locked in here, finally forced away. Dragon Knight is going to step up and start to get those autos, but Cassia has to watch out. Popping out of that Dragon Knight could be deadly, but the keep still goes down. The Curse Bullets continue to fly here as well as Manthus is back, wants an engage. He's going to find it onto Virtuoso, but immediately kicked away by the Dragon Knight. Here comes the retreat. Virtuoso keeping up the dismounts as the Curse Bullet connects. There's a nice bump back from JTR, trying to create some space. Love Dart is mounted. Virtuoso wants a turnaround. Fatal Rampage stays with the fight, and we're going to have a full engage here. Osmanthus into the back with a great light bomb. Breakwood is busted out. There is Hogger going to be going down, though the Ancestral was swallowed up there by the Devouring Maw, but it's still one kill here for Imagine as they continue to go in. Fatal Rampage wants a drag, is going to find it onto Felipe, but is interrupted. Tahaka very, very low, managing to dig away here, but a great isolation splash onto 2. And that is going to be a Nubarak going down, a double kill for Imagine, doubling back now onto Grey Color. Picked up, slowed, and that is going to be Zagara going down as the 3rd kill here. Imagine have the open lane. Let's see if they can get the end here.
Blue team's core is taking damage.
Felipe going to continue to poke in on the edge here. That Curse Bullet continuing to do work. Fatal Rampage wants a drag, not going to find it onto Love Dart, but dumps right onto the Tychus. There is the Heaven's Fury from Virtuoso as the core shielding is starting to fall. 8 seconds on Hogger here. Felipe is going to get hit with the drag. Love Dart has the save. Light Bomb, but the charge is not available. Now Felipe is low, tries to dive on out, but will go down. The damage on core is too much, and Imagine strikes back and evens up the series 1-1. GG. Very nice back and forth. A long one here on Dragonshire, but Imagine pick up the late game team fight prowess. Grab themselves a victory to even up this series. Let's go to the post-match. Let's see what the stats can tell us here. 2 members over 100,000 damage there on the side of Caffeinated Knights. Felipe getting slightly ahead in the end there. Almost 105,000 damage. But on the other side, JTR on the Tychus, a very nice 69,000 hero damage there for Imagine, and Top Siege as well in a 23-minute thriller. Let's take a look at the talent screen as we close out our bet. Update our scoreboard. Get ourselves ready for a game number 3 after we have some water. Couple of upsets there on the betting board. Big time upsets. Fantastic. Fantastic. Alrighty, teams. This has been good. We're going to a game number 3 here in this best of 3. See who's got what it takes to close it out. Don't have a lobby yet, so we're going to go to another short break here. But when we come on back, we'll continue Caffeinated Knights versus Imagine. Sit tight. Hello, hello, and welcome back. We're setting up for game number 3 here of Caffeinated Knights versus Imagine. Looks like our lobby is nearly full here. Our map is set. I hope you've all been having an excellent time with me tonight. As another reminder, I've been telling you about the community challenge, but this is only my 2nd stream back since I became a member of the Wildheart stream team. Want to know more about Wildheart? If you don't already know, they've got a pretty cool Discord. Click !WH in the chat. We'll let you know a little bit more. And say thanks to those fine folks for taking me on. It's been a really cool journey getting here, and I'm glad to be representing that brand. Looks like we got our 10th, so let's get on over to map select. We'll see. It's going to be Battlefield of Eternity here for the final game of this match. Once again selected by Caffeinated Knights. We'll see if they've got what it takes to close it out, or if the reverse sweep will be imagined here by Imagine. Cat is just meowing up a storm. Meowing up a storm here. Let's go back to me. Let's get some cat in the arm time. Go on, buddy. Cat has decided that a stream is going to be over, but it's not. We got one more game. One more game in this excellent Heroic Division matchup to be seen. Once again, Imagine coming on in with the first pick. See if there's any changes in those bands. I imagine it's going to look pretty similar. We'll have to see. We'll have to see. By the way, earlier, Pinch Carnal, thank you very much for the follow. Hope you're having a good time. Still considering whether it's going to be a Blaze or a Blaze band. It turns out it's going to be Blaze band away by Imagine here. Caffeinated Knights going to absolutely mentally torture themselves. Oh, they banned Garrosh. No Sylvanas ban. Is that legal? Is that illegal? They're probably going to ban Sylvanas next. Imagine considering their next ban here. We'll see if they're going to stick with the Junkrat off the board plan, and that they will. How you doing, Concab? Welcome, welcome. Hope you're having a good time. And there's that Sylvanas ban. You thought you could trick me, Caffeinated Knights. You thought you could trick me into thinking you weren't going to pick Sylvanas. But you couldn't fool me. Johanna once again chosen here by Virtuoso. Love Dart is going to play Anduin once again. Gray Color, picking early this time, is going to grab a Li Ming for the side of Caffeinated Knights. Our first Li Ming of the evening. You love to see it. Imagine. See if they want to reprise some of the same heroes. They are taking Anubarak away. It's another double tank from Imagine. Gonna go with Anubarak and Lucio here. Gonna try to really throw a wrench into the tank plans of Caffeinated Knights here. Whoa! Whoa! Just a hold on a ding-dang minute here, Imagine. Tychus going to be removed here by Caffeinated Knights, as this would be a possible third game in a row for Imagine on that hero. Li Ming, Anduin across. We'll see if they want to further remove the tanks. They will. It's Diablo off the board. May, Muradin, both still available here. I think Muradin would be pretty good on the map. See what Caffeinated Knights thinks. They might do something crazy. They might do something nutso, like a Tyrael Greymane. Are you calling the Tyrael Greymane? Because that's what I'm doing. Gonna be Vala Rexar. That's almost a Tyrael Greymane. Arc grabbing that Rexar. Felipe is on the Vala. So a couple of glass cannons in the backline of Caffeinated Knights here against this double tank setup. See what Imagine is going to bring for the damage here. Notable standouts in terms of Immortal Burn. Lunara, Hanzo still up. See what their thoughts are, though. There's the Hanzo, and there's the Lunara. Do I call it, or do I call it? Unbelievable. Hanzo, Lunara, here for Imagine. Osmanthus, considering the tank pick. Are we going to go heavy dive? Are we going to just not tank at all? Are we going to pick an Uther? We could pick an Uther. Although Uther with Li Ming and Vala in the back could be a little crazy. It's going to be the May. May chosen by Osmanthus to try to control that front line just a little bit here. See if there's any switcheroos in the pickaroos. Looks like Virtuoso's moved over to the Anubarak. Fatal Rampage is on Johanna here. Fantastic. We got them all. Let's start another prediction. It's come down to it. Game number 3. Who's going to win? Is it Caffeinated Knights? Is it Imagine? We've got the May Rexar on the left. We've got the Anubarak Johanna on the right. Where do your allegiances lie? Where do you think it's going to be? We've had the bets go to the underdog 2 times in a row now. 2 times in a row. Will you bet correctly this time? You will. You will. Whatever choice you make, that's the correct choice. Don't worry. That's the correct choice. Don't worry. But the game is loading up, so let's jump right in. Let's jump right in. We've got game number 3 on our hands, folks. On the left in the blue, once again, it is Caffeinated Knights. Love Dart on the Anduin, Osmanthus playing the May, Felipe on Vala. We've got Arc on the Rexar, and it is Gray Color on the Li Ming. On the right in the red, we have Imagine. JTR is on the Hanzo, Breakwood on the Lunara. Richard Gere is playing Lucio. We've got Fatal Rampage on the Johanna, and it is Virtuoso on the Anubarak.
Let the battle begin.
Here we go. Game number 3 is underway. Vala with the auto attack quest on level 1. Hanzo looking for the scatters. Rexar holding that talent. Going for the bird of prey. The time to bet is now. Double your points. Triple your points. 10% up your points. You have all the options in front of you. Virtuoso looking for an engage there as May is pulled away in the cryo freeze. Osmanthus a floating ice cube for a moment, but is coming out healthy. There's the quick scout in the corner. As we see that Lunara Wisp doing work. Getting that vision in the bush there. Very useful. Lunara Vision definitely going to be very useful here on Battlefield of Eternity, especially in the mid. As we see a pretty tame wave clear phase here. Gray Color trying to step up here, trying to get in range of this Wisp. Will do so. Eliminating some of the vision on the side of Imagine. And going for a raw camp take. We see Hanzo is left. Osmanthus stepping up there. They're going to test their metal here. I don't know if they saw Hanzo leave. Breakwood is doing some damage onto the back line, but this is a kind of a next level play here from Caffeinated Knights. They're ultimately going to grab this point without any fuss from Imagine. As Hanzo has moved up to the top side, and Fatal Rampage is going to help to get this push going into Rexar. So now we've got a bit of a split push situation. Hanzo is coming on down for the defense. See if it gets here on time to make a difference. The wave is starting to collapse into the tower. May cutting off the retreat there for a moment. Anubarak able to get behind the gate. Bottom tower is taken down there by the wave push, but it looks like the rest of the mercenary camp is going to be taken away. Vala not going Q on Battlefield, that's the truth. That's the truth. Going for auto attacks instead, wanting to increase that hero damage. Or that consistent hero damage, I should say. Lovedar going to go ahead and get Gray Color healed up, who started this left side camp. We see Rexar still trying to deal with the top lane camp as it has remained mostly untouched, as Misha Bear is tanking it for the most part. But the Shaman camps are taken by both teams, and we're setting up for our first Immortal phase of the game. There we go. Top lane cleared away. But there's just another camp coming on in. Osmanthus could be in a spot of trouble. Pops the cryo freeze, gets back to full health here. There's Love Dart and May. Love Dart and Osmanthus, I should say. Trying to stop that clear. Fatal Rampage. Taking a little bit of damage, trying to delay the burn of Caffeinated Knights. Looks like about a 2,300 health advantage to the side of Caffeinated Knights. Osmanthus is going to get pulled in and saved by Love Dart. And here comes the defense from Imagine. They're going to move across and try to give time for Breakwood to get this objective cleared. Osmanthus in a little bit of trouble there, but is well supported. Misha Bear going to go down. And it looks like Caffeinated Knights able to create enough space to grab a pretty hefty shield for our first immortal of the game.
The light of the crystal arch.
Not quite a half-health shield, but pretty close there. Caffeinated Knights are going to get the top lane push as Rexar moves on down to the bottom side to match Johanna. So far, Vala sitting on 27 auto attack stacks. Hanzo at 14 out of 20 on the Scatter Arrow quest. As the Immortal Shield still stands, and it takes down that top wall. Level 7s briefly here for the side of Caffeinated Knights. We'll see if they can get an engage off of this. Osmanthus tanking the tower for now. Did go for the Slush Ball on level 4, so we'll be able to reset the fort aggro and allow a little bit more engage and aggressiveness from those backline assassins under structures. Hanzo gets over the wall with the natural agility. Felipe moves away. Hanzo's actually caught on the outside there. Gray Color picking up the kill. Very nicely done. We see Fatal Rampage trying to gather him up, but Gray Color is going to be saved there by Love Dart. Anduin with another great Leap of Faith. These Anduin Leap of Faith, we've seen Anduin played every game so far by the side of Caffeinated Knights, and those trait pulls have definitely been on point. Aside from that one no-control Augur pull, which was slightly less than optimal, but fully hilarious. Top camp picked up there by Caffeinated Knights. We see Rexar scouting the bottom side here. Almost certainly knows that the rest of the team has taken this camp. We'll see if May and Anduin can actually get here in time. As Misha Bear tries to move away. Here they come. See if Misha can get onto the point. Gets pushed away again by Johanna, and the camp is taken. Fatal Rampage is moving on out, but that's too stunned by the Blizzard. Osmanthus ices on in. Virtuoso gets taken down. We see that Vala has reached the 50 out of 300 mark on that level 1 quest, getting a lot of auto attacks in that little corridor. Trying to keep those hatred stacks alive as the bottom lane push starts. Slush Ball going to go ahead and disable the structure for just a moment. Felipe moving on up there will take one tower shot. As Caffeinated Knights very close to their level 10. Rexar in the top lane doing a good job of pushing into Johanna. And we are going to see level 10s for Caffeinated Knights right as these Immortals spawn. Not what you want to see if you're Imagine. Now they've got to soak this out and they can't really take a fight. Level 10s, we've got the Unleash the Boars, we've got Wave of Force. Ice Wall, as you see there, not quite catching Richard Gere. The Blizzard Engage not finding any purchase there. Saw that Ice Wall, it's Light Bomb, it's Rain of Vengeance, as Misha Bear going to be taken down once again, but Caffeinated Knights doing a good job of getting a lot of health off of this objective. See Imagine moving to the bottom side, trying to clear away these minions to get heroics of their own, and they will do so. Virtuoso is going to see the move across, put the cocoon onto May. Gray Color in a lot of trouble there, is going to be stunned, but stays alive due to the Light Bomb. There is the arrow somehow missing the backline of Caffeinated Knights. Virtuoso in a lot of trouble, is going to be swooped and taken down. The Falling Sword of Fatal Rampage not enough for the save here, and Caffeinated Knights pick up one. Felipe just locked onto this objective, burning it down here. Bop, 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 bop. Lunar on the top side, chipping away at the shielding just a little bit. We've got over 16,000 health on this shield. It's going to be going in the favor of Caffeinated Knights. I'd have to go back and check the tape on that Dragon Arrow from Hanzo. It looked like it just went through the hitboxes of everybody there, but somehow didn't actually connect. Rexar remains on the top side here for Caffeinated Knights, so we can have 4 pushing alongside this objective. Felipe got to watch out there. Slush Ball does turn off the structure for a couple seconds, but there's a lot of downtime on that, and if you get the fort reset at the wrong time, well, you see what happens. Nice high five from Richard Gere. Not quite enough to save Johanna, but enough to get that Iron Skin popped on the after effect. Virtuoso wants an engage on the backline. Ice Wall does not catch anybody on that backside. Almost caught everybody, but didn't catch anybody. There's the root on the top side. Great stun follow-up. The Wave of Force doesn't connect, but Anubrak's still going to go down. What an engage from Caffeinated Knights. Osmanthus is trying to lead the team in for a keep here. 13 advantage is now online for Caffeinated Knights, trying to step up here. Rexar pushing the top lane as well, currently uncontested. Getting a lot of work done on the top wall. Looks like we've got a camp steal coming on through from Caffeinated Knights as well. Imagine really being put on the back foot here. Camp steal looks like it's going to go through no problem. Fatal Rampage not going to commit to that one. Understandably. So camp is stolen. It's going to have to be dealt with here. Top camp is going to go over to the side of Caffeinated Knights as well. They might just be painting the map blue here. There's not much that Imagine can do. Then sit back, clear these lanes, and try to find their level 13 so they can have their next fight on even talent tiers. See Grey Collar making sure that there's not a rotation there. Lunara Wisp trying to scout ahead. This is a tough spot here for Imagine as well. Caffeinated Knights, they could absolutely be on the right side of the map just looking for an engage. They could be in this, like in this spot over here, or coming up to even this spot or these spots. Like, it's all places that you can be when you've got this level of map control. Now the camps still need to be cleared away by Imagine. They grab the top side, that's all done. They've got a bottom camp that needs to be dealt with. There's going to be a Shaman camp on top of that needs to be dealt with. With the Immortals spawning in, they will find their level 13s. Imagine they're going to not have an awful lot of time to take this next fight. Luckily, these are in defensive positions, so it's a shorter trek on up here. Vala and Hanzo, or Vala and Li Ming, I should say, are starting to lock in. Osmanthus forced to ice away from danger. Shaman Camp still pushing the bottom lane. We've got a big top wave being pushed in by Rexar as Ark comes to join the fight. Mei is put into the cocoon. There's the engage onto Felipe. Big save from Love Dart, but gathered up by Fatal Rampage. There is the falling sword. Gonna get the stun onto the back, but a great ice wall from Mei prevents any further engage. Breakwood into the backline wants this kill onto Love Dart. Fatal Rampage gathering them all up for the stuns, but nobody is going down here. Caffeinated Knights survive the full might of Imagine, and they're gonna move back to tap. And all the while, top lane pushing in, bottom lane pushing in. This is what I was saying earlier. Imagine needed that fight to go very quickly, but a lot of delay and a lot of disengage work out in the favor of Caffeinated Knights here. They've got a very large lead on this objective as we move into halftime. Rexar gets a quick stun there on the edge. It's Grey Color. Grey Color's got to watch out. Was almost caught there. Breakwood trying to control the top side here. Fatal Rampage slowing the retreat of Caffeinated Knights. The lanes have somewhat stabilized. They will slowly unstabilize as those periodic catapults spawn on in. Virtuoso looking for the engage, gets a cryo freeze out of Osmanthus. There's the ice wall going to catch one. Dragon Arrow goes into the back, he's going to get the stun onto two. There's the falling sword from Johanna, catches two as well. Osmanthus trying to get away here as Felipe peels out with the Rain of Vengeance, and it's going to be Johanna going down. Virtuoso is low. We're going to see JTR hit the scatter to take down the Misha Bear. But it's a Misha for a Johanna so far, and now Caffeinated Knights has their level 16s. They decide to move on down and just finish off this Immortal. Looks like, oh wow, a lot of chunk on the top side is actually going to reduce that shield from what was over 18,000 to now under 14,000. But it's still going to be a very, very tough push to defend here if you are Imagine. Rexar once again pushing up the bottom lane, but has to watch the gank. You see the pings come on out. Ark is going to come on up and join the team. See if they can possibly push to victory here. Rexar comes on in to try to control the outside. Immortal making their way to the structure. Ice Wall not going to connect on the low side there as Fatal Rampage gathers up two. Nice Unstoppable to remove Fatal Rampage from the Immortal Stun, but this keep is getting very, very low. We might see a full engage pass. There's a brief level 3-level lead. Oh, great stun by Misha, and that's going to be Johanna going down here. Caffeinated Knights, they still have half an objective. Breakwood is super low on the edge. Grey Color wants a reset. It's going to be a Nubrak for Li Ming here. 2 for 1 so far as the core shielding is starting to go down. Felipe, oh, turns it around onto Lunara. Those auto attacks so deadly, and there's just too much core damage. Caffeinated Knights survive the onslaught and take the series 2-1. GG. Very solid game number 3 there from Caffeinated Knights. A good effort there from Imagine, but the damage and the macro pressure was just too much to handle there on Battlefield of Eternity. Let's go to the post-match summary. See what the stats can tell us. Grey Color on the Li Ming, slightly ahead of Felipe in the Ed there on the hero damage, nearly 40,000 for the side of Caffeinated Knights. For Imagine, JTR on the Hanzo getting over 48,000 damage there in the end. Unfortunately, just not enough to bring home the bacon. Take a look at the talents as we close out our prediction. Update the scoreboard for the last time, and we'll see if we can get ourselves an interview with our winning team. Get some water before we do. Switch the scene over here. Fantastic. Congratulations on the 2-1 victory.
Thank you.
Very back and forth series there. First two games very close. We'll start on Infernal Shrines there. Going with the map pick option. How did you feel coming out of the draft there? Did you feel like it was going to be so even going in towards the end of the game there?
Give me a second. Let me even think back, because right now I've gotten to the point where I don't even remember the draft or then the very end, how we ended. Okay. I thought the draft on map 1 was really good. The Johanna offlane with Diablo frontline made it really hard for us to actually get any kills.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that was really a strong draft. I mean, they ended up going with Johanna offlane literally as much as they could. So I guess that's to be expected, perhaps. But yeah, it's really annoying to deal with at times. But we knew that we had to scale to at least level 16 before we could actually win anything. So yeah, I think going into that match, we knew it was going to be a bit tough to deal with the comp. But we were, I think, focused a bit on the macro aspect of it. So to compensate for our weaker team fight.
Did it catch you off guard at all, the priority onto offlane Johanna since the latest patch?
I mean, I think it totally makes sense. Johanna can very well handle herself in the offlane and is still a really strong hero. I would say rather than Falling Sword, though Falling Sword was insane in Dragonshire and made my life really, really hard. I think Blessed Shield would have been far more scary for us to deal with.
Okay.
But yeah, I think Johanna offlane was a pretty interesting pick, and maybe something that I'll have to keep an eye out for in the future.
It was definitely, the damage aspect. It seemed like maybe offlane Johanna had gone away now that the shield glare damage had been scaled down, but it still seemed like it was doing decent enough work. Maybe teams might be dropping it a little too fast here.
It did show us like the amount of priority that Johanna was taken. So
it was pretty cool to see.
So like I would probably never get to play it just because, or in the past I haven't been able to play it because if we had Joe, we wanted it in the 4-man, but maybe we'll see. We'll see.
You never know. We've got playoffs coming up. Maybe you can cook up something spicy there.
Always cooking spicy things.
Looking at the game 3 draft there, it seemed like they were really choking down on the tank options there. A lot of bans and obviously taking the double tank early really limiting those options. Did you feel like you got sort of painted into a corner on the May, or was that a comfortable spot to be in by the end of the draft?
I wouldn't say we were cornered. I think Oates' tank pool has grown significantly, and he's very good at just the role of tank in general, so he can make it work with generally most heroes. So I think that wasn't necessarily as big a problem, but I think it was a smart idea to try to focus and choke one person down.
Mhm. Yeah, I mean, I thought the May was very well played. It's not one that we get to see an awful lot anymore, but the zone
See,
control and the use
right?
of the slush ball on the structures was a very cool idea.
Yeah. The slush ball tech is kind of really insane, especially in a map like uh, what was it? DOE, where it does snowball really hard.
Hmm.
Snowball.
But it was a
That's what the
solid
talent is called,
series.
right?
Say again?
That's what the talent or the ability is called, right? Snowball. Or is
Yeah,
that the ultra?
I think that's what the base Q is called, snowball.
Yeah.
And then there's the big snowball on level 10.
Actually, oh, it's called Snowblind. It's
Oh,
Snowblind.
snow blind. Okay. Yeah, snow blind on Q and then the avalanche on R.
Yeah.
But yeah, very solid series there, pulling out the win, looking very strong there on Battlefield in the end. If I take a look at the standings here, I think this puts you 1 point ahead of 30K Violet, but I believe they've still got a match left. Looking forward into the playoffs a little bit. Are there any teams that you're looking forward to facing again?
I mean, this whole season, or this whole division has been very competitive. Other than I guess 30K Violet, who has been really far ahead in general, and they're definitely a really strong team comparatively to rest of the crew here, because I don't think they've really dropped all that much, and they play really solid. So I think, and we also have a rematch with 30K coming up, so looking forward to that. But in general, like I think any team in this division um, has the opportunity to really surprise everyone and pull off something cool. So I'm looking forward to what's going to happen in the playoffs.
Yeah, it should be a very exciting matchup. There's a lot of teams here with basically the same record going into the finals, so that should be
Yeah,
very
and
interesting
like
to see.
we've been beat by like even if we are like technically number one currently for remainder of the until 30K plays their game
Mhm.
and how see how that goes. But like we've been beaten by like teams all over the place in the standings, so you know, uh, it'll be exciting playoff and see how different teams have grown and developed throughout the season
Yeah, it's going to definitely be one to watch. I'll be keeping my own eye on Heroic Division playoffs for sure.
for sure.
All right, well, Arcloth, congratulations on the victory here tonight. The floor is yours. Any shout outs you'd like to make before we close out here?
Shoutouts to my team in like in general. They've really worked hard this season and have grown significantly, even compared to where we were a few weeks ago to now. I think we're just sharper in general, and that's a lot of hard work from them. And I want to thank all the people who have given me feedbacks and coaching and everything, and have helped me grow. And GS community in general, it's been a real fun time. This is probably the most fun I have when I play HOTS.
It's great here. Gotta love the 5v5 custom vibes.
For sure.
Absolutely. Well, thank you so much for coming on in. Congratulations once again on the victory, and good luck going forward in the
Yeah.
playoffs.
Thank you for casting us, and hope you have a great rest of your day.
My pleasure. Have a good one.
You as well.
All right.